Good morning. Dog Walk Diaries, episode 74. So what's on my mind today? Well, actually, today what I'd like to share is some tips around running training via Zoom or Teams. Over the last several years, I've transferred what was a skill of running workshops and training and facilitating sessions in the real world, where I've done quite a few of them, into doing them virtually, like many of us. And I've clocked up over 50 cohorts, more than 200 individual sessions. Those sessions range from an hour to 3.5 hour sessions, all around teaching the science of adaptability, intelligence, a model and tool, how to interpret the results and land value for people going through change, transformation, teams and organisations. And I've got a few tips. So the first one, when you're running these sessions, get the participants to talk as early as possible. Get them involved. So we do a positive focus within the first 5 to 10 minutes, where someone shares a positive or gratitude focus. In fact, we do that for every single meeting we have. Next part, depending on whether this is new cohort that know each other or don't know each other, the delegates, we do connection before content. Shout out to Jay Reid for that phrase, love it. So we have a variety of ways to help them build relationships, because people do business with people they know, like and trust. That's a Joe Polish one. So then when you get into the content, I think there's a few things that I've learned along the way. 90-minute max. So if you haven't had a break for 90 minutes, make sure you have a break after 90 minutes. Use breakout rooms regularly and often, depending on the cohort size. We also use a technique and system that I trademarked several years ago, maybe more than a decade, called 3-5-10. And the principle of that is alone thinking, pair thinking, then group thinking. So it's a great way to gather insights. So 3 minutes alone, 5 minutes in a pair, 10 minutes as a group. You can vary the actual timings, but that rhythm helps to get divergent, then convergent thoughts, data and information as you learn. Get people to reflect back as they go, because everyone experiences and hears different things. That's where the learning really comes in, when it's made practical and live through the lived experiences of others and the questions of others. Don't always jump to answer the questions. Involve and use the room to what are they thinking. Tap and correct at the sides. You might be surprised at how people respond to facilitate those sessions. Always recap. It's the tell them what you're going to tell them. So you set up the agenda, tell them, and then at the end, tell them what you told them. Now, of course, that telling is around experiencing it, doing it live, getting them to practice. But that rhythm of the setup, get them to experience it and then remind them what they went through and the reflections at the end. Keep the momentum in between the sessions using things like, WhatsApp, Slack, little mini communities of cohorts, I find works really well. So whether you're using Thinkific or Circle or various ways to keep it sticky along the way. And a final piece, as people are entering and you want to set that tone and mood, people are often coming in from busy times, busy days, and in different time zones. So getting them connected, a bit of music at the start, I always find helpful. Little introduction, little check-ins, can be just a simple one. Energy check-in, 1 to 10. Where are you at right now? Acknowledging people. And be adaptable. Things always shift and change. Know your plan. I've got a really detailed facilitators plan spreadsheet, which uses the STOP framework. So it's what's the session, what's the timing, what's the objective, and what's the process for every slot, every piece that you're going through, so it's really well understood, so I can catch up where I need to, make sure I'm on time, on point, allow us to deviate where we need to deviate. So I know today's been a long one, but I hope you get some value from my lessons of running loads and loads of training virtually, specifically around adaptability intelligence. If you're interested, do give me a shout. All right, take care. Till tomorrow. Bye-bye.